This thing on? This thing on? What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Anything But Basic. And there is blood in the streets as you know it. What can you say about this? It couldn't last forever. There was no bull run. It was all bull trap. Is that a police helicopter outside? Oh no. I didn't think it was that bad. Can you hear it? Okay, just passing by. Okay, we're safe for now. Okay, let's get into this. Coin count. The coin count is getting ridiculous. The delistings keep coming, and the two largest cryptocurrency providers of liquidity have booted off what appears to be, or was said to be, privacy currencies. But Litecoin is still here. Litecoin is still here so far. Not doing so well. Well, neither is Monero or anything else for that matter. In fact, I would be suspicious of anything doing very well at this point, except for anything on the front page doing very well at this point. I would have really, really nasty side eye for them. Really nasty side eye for it right now. You were doing well. Not saying I'm hating on you or anything. It's just that why are you doing so well? I have to ask questions. This is one phenomenon that's really been going on as of lately. As the delistings happen, let's look at no name coin. That was gonna die anyways. Uplexa. I noticed that maybe it wasn't. Yeah, you zoom out far enough, you see that at some point the liquidity just stops. Everything just stops, and there's this flat line. And it happened around June 1st, and there's a couple other coins that were like that. I'm trying to think which ones it were. I should have wrote these down. Let's see. Privacy coins. Pirate Chain. Pirate Chain really got the bulk of it, really. Let's see. Did Pirate Chain do the same thing? I think Pirate Chain did the same thing around June. Was it Pirate Chain? No, it wasn't Pirate Chain. Was it Firo? There were a couple that did this, and I was like, what's going on? Where the volumes is still not Firo. Of course, Firo's backed by the you know who. So, no. But what's really been getting the beat down, and why I started this journey into looking into this, was Zcash. Zcash is not fine. It is not doing well. It's a joke at this point. It's a meme at this point. Zcash is the meme of the cryptocurrency industry. I don't know if it can come back from this. It's just getting slaughtered. Let's see. Let me try to think right now. So Monero? No. Monero was never on any exchanges. It had nothing to worry about. Let's see. Yeah. There's this weird flat line, and it just with no volume. And yeah. What is this? What is this? What's going on here? Oh man, I guess everything's back fine, but this only happened on CoinGecko. It didn't happen anywhere else. I'm trying to think of other coins that did that. I think Oxen got delisted. I know it got delisted. And see, in a 14-day, definitely seen some turn down, but it was slightly less affected. Because once again, Oxen wasn't really big on the exchanges. It's been hovering around 12%. But what really has me stumped is, well, not so much. Beam has been delisted since April. You go back 90 days, where it really dropped out. Let's see, go back. Yeah, Beam has been delisted since, what was that? Was it January? Maybe April. No, it would have to be January, because it was like 12 cents, 10 cents, and then it just dropped way down to 5 cents. So, yeah, Beam has been delisted for half a year now, and it's been doing not fine, but, I guess it's been stable. It's going down with the market, I guess, as well, but not as much as that first delisting. It really knocked it out of the park. So, this may be the bottom, but another coin that's really doing well right now that you wouldn't expect, you're not looking at, nobody's really looking at, is vertcoin. Now, yes, vertcoin. Yes, that one you weren't the knockoff Litecoin, the one you weren't expecting to do anything. Not a privacy coin, not a privacy coin. So it gets to stay on Binance and absorb all the I gotta say it, the value, the liquidity from the other projects that are just being destroyed by this whole Binance delisting. And it's doing well for it. If you zoom out far enough, you'll see that it actually came off its top, fell down, and hit a dip about 8 cents, and now it's starting to climb back up. What looks to be the most volume it's gotten in 180 days, maybe even the whole year. Yeah, maybe at the beginning of the year. What? Oh no, well, maybe last year it was looking kind of okay with the volume. It was at least over 100 grand. Whether that was organic or not, who knows? Maybe it's Binance. Even there's some millions in there. They pushed it up to 1 million, and it's starting to see that again. So, vertcoin might be a good buy, but I went to the Discord and I made my concerns noted. They do need to put the submarine swaps first and foremost, and have it directly swapped to Bitcoin. That way, regardless of what an exchange does, it'll always be something that can be used to trade at least, instead of like flopping back and forth with these KYC exchanges, centralized exchanges like Binance and what was it, Coinbase. I don't even think this is on Binance and Coinbase, but it is on Changely, kinda, sorta. It's kind of in the back rooms, like, like how like was it, GameStop used to have like the good stuff in the back rooms where you go and like try to get a game, like you had to like know somebody there to actually get access to it. It's like that. Vertcoin's back there, and I think Vertcoin, let's see, looks about 3/4 of it has been mined, and they put the kibosh on the ASIC miners. So I think there's maybe a shining ray of hope there for it to come back to at least 18 cents. So two times your gains, double, coming back to 18 cents in the next bull run. 20 cents, 18 cents from, if you caught it at the low, 7 cents. If you catch it now, 9 cents. So you sell at 20 cents and double your gains. If you get in early, now. So, speaking of the Binance boot, we're going to go into this. Binance was born to boot Monero, Zcash, and other privacy coins. Binance betrayed our interests with the decision to list privacy coins in the long run. It may mean that users leave Binance in the dust. It's the atomic swaps. Once we have the atomic swaps in certain coins, like Beam, I think that's why Beam hasn't completely died out, because it has atomic swaps in the wallet. If we could just get that in Vertcoin, it's almost there. It'd be amazing. Binance announced in May that it would delist the so-called privacy coins such as Monero, Zcash, and others in several countries, including France, Italy, Spain, and Poland. And it's had devastating effects, especially for Zcash. You see that thing, it's crying. Help it. Somebody help it. Please. The decision underscored the reality that some companies might step over their own feet to ban privacy tech, even where it's illegal, out of the combination of risk aversion and compliance confusion. I just read a story that somebody, like not an hour ago, somebody actually got arrested in jolly old UK for actually just using Linux. They were the hacker. They were the hacker, man, for using Linux, man. And they turned on all the privacy settings, and that like spurred the police to go arrest them. Like I stop laughing at that. It's ridiculous. It's just out of order at this point. I'm not reading on. Some Monero users have long advocated for keeping their tokens off exchanges, emphasizing that on exchange transactions undermine user privacy by requiring personal identification data, and yet listing privacy coins on exchanges has its merits. It facilitates new users, adoptions, fosters liquidity, and contributes to price momentum. maybe, just maybe, we just have, I think I've mentioned this before, we just have an on ramp so everybody kind of gets stuck using the privacy coins and you just can't get out. So once the liquidity comes in and you have to pay someone with that, is as good as the fiat dollar that was actually propping up the currency for the cryptocurrency in the first place, because it's always going to be whatever the fiat value is because you paid the fiat value into it, except for the fact that the on-chain value has a steady emissions rate, at least for Monero. Some are hard capped. Reading on, some Monero users. Okay. European Union's regulators recently enacted two significant crypto legal frameworks: markets and crypto assets rules and a trial rule. These mandates necessitate the collection of user data and identification information for withdrawal recipients. While these regulations might seem burdensome, privacy coin users and exchange listing privacy coins can in fact comply. Take Zcash for instance. It offers a transparent send fund and an option to privately share view keys and shielded transactions. Monero provides a similar view key. Discussions are underway among EU officials about the potential ban on privacy coins, but this is still the early ages. Binance overreach is not as a result of any clear regulatory mandate, and its actions seem internally inconsistent. It deletes its secret governance token, which is not private itself but can be traded for a private coin. Let's just be honest, secrets just wasn't performing like they thought it would with all the hype. They got banned. In contrast, Litecoin, which has a privacy feature, has not been delisted. Newsflash, Litecoin is in on it. They're never going to ban it. Reading on, these actions from Binance might be less about European regulators' demands for and more about its unique circumstances. For instance, Binance is currently embroiled in a legal dispute with commodities futures trading commissions over alleged failures to uphold risque anti-money laundering measures. Reading on. Even in countries where privacy coins are banned outright, like the United Arab Emirates, savvy users can acquire them via virtual private networks to access peer-to-peer transfers or decentralized exchanges. Platforms like Siteshift.ai for Zcash or BISQ for Monero serve as gateways to these privacy coins. While such methods ensure privacy coins' survival during prolonged periods of bans, they may slow the adoption among a broader user base who need crypto privacy tools for financial security and the exercise of their human rights. The crypto industry should avoid creating its version of Operation Chokepoint, a practice where the U.S. government discourages banks from doing business with crypto clients due to regulatory pressures. Crypto exchanges should refrain from banning privacy coins when there is no legal obligation to do so, lest they create their own choke point. Regulate exchanges manage to comply with U.S. anti-money laundering laws, including Kraken, which lists Monero, as well as Gemini, which not only lists Zcash but allows customers to engage in shielded transactions on the platform. It's kind of like that scene from Full Metal Jacket, where was a Private Pal. He goes, the drill instructor goes, "Choke yourself." That's terrible. Choke yourself with my hand. Don't grab my hand. Choke yourself. Oh, I'll never forget that scene. These crypto exchanges are going to have to regulate themselves. Otherwise, they're going to get regulated by the big boys, the big pants, and never see the light of day of the fiat to crypto exchange rate ever again. But, reading on. Privacy tools in this crypto are just that, tools. They are used by both everyday users and in some cases by actors, but this doesn't mean that tools themselves are inherently bad. Just like cash or the internet, these tools can be used for both illegal and illegal activities. This is important to I need my inhaler. It's important to differentiate between the tool and how it's used. The crypto industry is still in its early stages, and it's crucial to establish and balance regulatory environments that respects users' privacy while also deterring and punishing illegal activities. Overly restrictive regulations could stifle innovation and discourage new users from joining the crypto space. Oh, speaking of that, keep that in mind. Privacy is a fundamental human right and is an essential aspect of the crypto ecosystem. Regulatory bodies and crypto organizations should work together to create a regulatory environment that respects and protects users' privacies while also ensures compliance with laws and regulations. This will ensure the long-term sustainability and growth of the crypto industry. Binance should retract its misguided delistings of privacy coins, take a better view of its actual compliance requirements in EU countries, and even more than that, get active in advocating against the EU's consideration of future privacy bans. Privacy will become increasingly important in crypto. The Binance and other exchanges will be left behind if they don't take privacy coins and privacy tools seriously. Now, I think they're just going to be just fine. They've sold their soul to a certain government, and one government bashing them overhead versus another one just putting them in a bind. But that's just what happens when you mess with the fiat currency. SEC charges against Binance and Coinbase are terrible for DeFi. I'm reading that. So yeah, keeping that in mind. The innovation. We can move, segue to our next segment of reading. I think this one was short. SEC can't keep Western financial systems going forever. Bet. Crypto.news editor Nicholas Ross shares his opinion on the U.S. SEC's recent crusade against crypto that cost the industry millions of dollars. He opines that innovative oppression won't last forever. It's about the innovation. The most valuable asset in the world is innovation. New ideas that create positive results are worth more than anything else to an economy. Today, the United States Securities and Exchange Commission is using an existing body of law to eliminate financial innovations in the U.S. and attempt to support a dying financial paradigm that is well past its time. Facts. There are two major issues for the U.S. in this current situation. Firstly, anyone with the ideal for decentralized fintech is being pushed out of the U.S. economy and financial system. Secondly, the U.S. bureaucrats backing the SEC war on decentralized finance are totally disconnected from reality. Facts. But they hold the money, or what they think is money. So, yeah. The SEC went barking mad. We simply can't know the long-term consequences of the war and innovation. It is simple to see that it will chase top-level devs out of an economy and discourage anyone who sees adaptation as a means of dealing with the challenges we face as a global society. In short, stifling innovation is a lose-lose proposition, and that is the direction the U.S. is going to when it comes to decentralized finance. What's much easier to show is that the SEC took existing regulation and law, weaponized it, and turned it on any company it could. An example of this is the SEC versus Ripple case, as the ideal that XRP is a security or investment contract is totally absurd. The SEC went after Ripple rather early, and over the past week, many other projects and platforms have felt the wrath of the SEC. Casino chips aren't a security. The SEC is running wild with something called the Howey test, which is one of the most important ways something is deemed to be a security in the U.S. financial markets. Long story short, Mr. Howey had a complex investment scheme involving selling land, leasing it back, growing oranges, and much more. Ripple did none of this. In fact, if one were to compare XRP to something that exists in the legacy economy, it would be more like a casino chip, although one with no value. To be sure, the comparison is imperfect. Casino chips are far more like stable coins, as they tend to be linked to a fiat currency value. XRP, on the other hand, is a fungible register on a complex ledger, not even a blockchain in the Bitcoin sense. It is a token, but it was never assigned a cash value, nor did Ripple Labs pitch it as a way to create returns for people that bought it. In a sense, the Howey test, there is no land, there's no leases, no oranges to be grown, and you would have a better chance of making a return at a roulette table. Ripple may as well have been selling raffle tickets for a raffle with no prize when it sold XRP to the public. The SEC has gone well beyond the pale on this one, and there's a good reason why. Why is there pressure on cryptos now? We get to the meat and potatoes of the situation. The Western financial system is on its last legs. The clock has been ticking since Alan Greenspan took over the Federal Reserve in the mid-1980s. It could be argued that the fundamental changes stated under the Fed head Burns and U.S. President Nixon, but with the USSR still very much alive, the USD was in no danger whatsoever. Dead money is worthless because it can't buy something of value, while the major Western currencies like the USD, Euro, JPY, and GBP aren't worthless yet. These policies set in motion by Greenspan will make all the major currencies that exist today lose most, if all not their value, in the coming years. Crypto, on the other hand, give people a way out of the system. I'm not holding your bags. Despite the wild ride that cryptos have been on for the last decade, they are still attracting attention, including the attention of the global bureaucrats that haven't everything to lose in modern fiat currency becomes worthless. The SEC is doing its part to keep the Western financial system alive, but how long is this shenanigans will help to hold a corrupt system together is questionable. When the system goes bust, an economy that has allowed decentralized currencies to grow will be rewarded, and the citizens may be able to sidestep the single greatest financial calamity in human history. If that economy is allowed to decentralize financial systems development, it would be all the better for it. Yeah, the mafia just don't want to lose their power. There you go. I summarized it for you. Well, there you go. Innovation is the way out. Is it? Let me know in the comments, and we'll talk about this some other time.